This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
It's not fair to us because look what Rick Spielman has done. He made his mistakes here, and then he went to Minnesota and has done a really good job. He hasn't found a quarterback. That's a problem around this league. A lot of people have trouble finding a quarterback, but he's built an offense and he's built a defense. He's done a pretty damn good job overall, dude. He's been a, can you argue with me here? He's been 100 times better a GM than he was with Wanstead here. Correct? Am I lying? Jeff Ireland was terrible here at times. He did some embarrassing things, like with the whole Des Bryant thing, asking if his mom's a prostitute and all that stuff. And yeah, we have 4 5s and 6s. He's telling Peter King on Hard Knocks, and we need 1 2s 3s. But that's you. I get it. Now he goes to New Orleans, and he's done a much better job helping their personnel department. I've had people on my show that cover the Saints and will swear by Jeff Ireland that he's the difference in their organization in finding a lot of their talent over the last couple of years. Ladies and gentlemen, they made their mistakes here, and we did not wait till they actually matured. Are we going to do the same with Flo? Are we going to do the same with Chris Grier? Or are we going to allow these gentlemen to finally get through this and figure everything out? It's not like there's dysfunction here. It's not like there's a bully gate thing going on. It's not like players are revolting. It's not like they hate the coach. None of that is going on. You have a lot of synergy. The front office and the coaching staff work together. The owner has been incredibly supportive and does everything that they need. Tom Garfinkel has created a great atmosphere overall for you to work in. But 2 years and 2 games, and especially the first year's kind of out the window because that was the year where you just cleaned house and whatever. We're gonna stop it now? We're gonna say, oh, it's over? Because that's what we did with Spielman. And in hindsight, you know what you had to do? Fire everybody, all the coaches, everybody. Turn to Rick Spielman and say, hire your own coach, dude. Have at it. And he would have hired his coach that has his vision, and his coach would have hired his assistants that have his vision, and everybody's on the same page. But we didn't. We had human Jenga. We had people fighting over each other, and Rick Spielman was gone. And the same thing with Jeff Ireland. We had human Jenga. And eventually, this guy was gone, Jeff Ireland. And they both have done a much better job in their next spot. So insanity is doing the same things over and over and over again. And take it from somebody that at least has been around enough and talked to personnel people. Chris Grier has a lot of respect around the league. A lot of people like Chris Grier. A lot of people like Reggie McKenzie. A lot of people like Marvin Allen. So you're going to allow one game to cloud your judgment and make you think that everything is done and it's over. And that just doesn't make sense when there's been a lot of good so far. But nothing is perfect, and there's no way we were going to think that season 3 was going to be perfect. Some of us were just idiots thinking that maybe they were ready to compete with the Bills, and they weren't. I was a dumbass. I made the mistake. But I'm not making the mistake again of wanting everybody fired when we haven't given them the opportunity to completely develop and grow and figure everything out. And we've already paid the price. Believe it or not, we had 2 decent personnel guys come through here and leave. Not named Parcells, not named Saban, not named Jimmy Johnson. Those are the facts. Oh, or not named Tannenbaum too. So let's not screw it up here. I think this time around, just got to show we got to be as tough as Flo is. Because you got to be one tough sumbitch to survive 0-7. That's when it was bad. 0-7, which was, where are we at here? Where are we at? 0-7, where you're outscored 238-77. They were outscored in the first 4 games 163-26. The next 3 games 75-51, so there was an improvement. And then after that, you went 5-4. So you were outscored by 137 points in the first 4 games. In the next 3, you were outscored by 24. In the next 9, you won 5. I'm not ready to give up on people that are that resilient. What we need to be as a fan base is just as resilient. And we have to show the kind of patience that isn't easy. Anybody been a parent? Sometimes you got to show patience and fight through it, right? We've all been kids. There have been a lot of times parents showed patience with us when we kept screwing up, right? Sometimes teachers and administrators will also show some patience with certain kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's tough. It's tough on them because they got to swallow their pride. They got to swallow their desire. They got to swallow everything that they believe in at times because somebody, fractured a rule or two. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of the way I look at it right now. Perspective is something that I think I bring a lot to the table when I do this job because I've been at it for a long time, because I've seen pretty much every scenario that's happened here locally in sports. And I've watched what's developed with the Dolphins, with the Dolphin Nation, with the fan base, with the team. And I just don't want things to get repeated again. And I don't think overreacting on one terrible game and using that as the end-all be-all makes any sense at all. When we have people that are willing to fight through all of this and figure out their mistakes, and they address their mistakes. That's what I like about these guys. They don't continue to play Jamar Fletcher when he can't play. They don't continue to play Eddie Moore when he can't play. They don't keep putting Ryan Tannehill out there thinking he's going to develop into the guy that's a difference maker when he's not. They make changes. So they've got to be sitting in that building today going, yeah, we got to do something about the O-line because there's no way our offense can grow with 5 young guys that don't know what the hell they're doing. So I would not be surprised if there's some adjustments to all of this. Go ahead, rip me, call me an idiot, all that stuff. I appreciate it. I love you all anyway.
This is the Big O Show. This is the